Hello, I'm Drew Alessandro, and today I will be presenting on the writing element of imagery within creative writing. Today I will look at imagery from the Burroway textbook within two writing elements, drama and poetry. So what is imagery? First, I want to begin by quickly talking about what imagery is. Imagery allows a writer to transform a work of literature from dull to attractive. WRT Kirshner, an American Indian author, gave the idea that is used to represent objects, actions, and ideas in such a way that it can appeal to a reader's five senses. Similarly, imagery makes use of particular words that create visual representation of ideas in our minds. So why is it important? Using imagery is important to writing because it uses sensory details that help to create a vivid experience for a reader. It allows the reader to relate to the story in greater depth. In addition, I found that the word imagery is associated with mental pictures. Imagery allows the reader to fully immerse themselves within a piece of literature. Along with that, Stephen King, a very successful author, wrote that imagery does not occur on the writer's page, it occurs in the reader's mind. So with that, the first piece of literature that I want to discuss is a poem. The poem There Is No Word by Tony Hoagland. In this, he describes that there is no word for the feeling of grocery items tearing through the bottom of a plastic bag. He sets the scene with lines like walking out of the grocery store and jug of milk in a plastic sack. These examples instill the sense of sight among readers. Having phrases such as these allow a reader to create their own vision of the story in their imagination. When reading these lines, readers can easily imagine a person walking out of a store with bags in their hands. This in turn helps the reader stay interested in what they are reading. Taking it another step further, Hogan uses the line, weight of the jug dragging. The sense evoked here is feeling. Readers take this line and imagine they are holding a plastic bag where the milk is so heavy that it weighs the bag down. The next poem is The Grammar Lesson, which is a short poem that inherently is about grammar. Similar sight imagery is found in The Grammar Lesson by Steve Coed. For example, the can of beets is filled with purple fuzz, or it is moldy, they're icky and brown. In this piece, imagery again allows the readers to picture exactly what is going on in the literature. Now I'm going to switch over from poetry to drama. French Fries is a monologue about a woman and her love for McDonald's. The dramatic monologue French Fries by Jane Martin provides a wider variety of imagery. For instance, in paragraph 4, the lines, "Sit for 100 years, suffer those tremors, and made you half sick," appeal directly to the sense of feeling. Readers relate this to a time that they sat for too long and their bottom went numb, or a time when they got sick and maybe got the flu. There also happen to be good examples of imagery relating to sound, the sense of hearing. In paragraph 4, the line, "banged his head on the floor, loud, thack," stood out. While the line does give the reader a vision of what's happening, it also describes the sound, which furthermore emphasizes the person falling and hitting their head. In my second piece of drama, finally, The Proposal by Paul Schmidt brought a new sense of imagery compared to the other pieces earlier in the presentation. The Proposal is a drama that goes back and forth between a total of 3 characters. Within the drama, there is a fair amount of figurative imagery. On the second page of drama, Chukabov says to Lemov, "You don't have to beat around the bush with me." This is figurative imagery of someone who is fearful. People beat around the bush when they are being unclear to avoid talking about a certain topic. The line tells us something about the character. We see that Lemov is nervous to tell Chukabov something. Imagination within literature helps your brain. Like I previously mentioned, imagery allows the reader's imagination to flourish and become indulged in a piece of literature. Neuroscientists at Emory University found that becoming engrossed in a piece of literature enhances connectivity in the brain and improves brain functions. Additionally, they found that reading a good novel allows one's imagination to take flight and allows a reader to forget about day-to-day troubles. Furthermore, when a reader fully imagines a story, it comes to life in their head. They imagine what the characters look like and how the setting is displayed. This is because imagery fills the void between a reader's mind and the words on the page. And that is why imagery is a key component to writing. Thank you.